Listen, guys, I'm no expert in the stock market by a long shot. I just started investing. Well, I've been investing in the stock market for a couple of years, but I just started investing and holding my money in the stock market this year because this year financially is my best year in history. So I've been able to do that. A lot of changes happened this year for the positive. Last year I took my first stock option mentorship with Honey Drip Network, Aristotle Investments, Big Ari, and I also joined Wealth Plan by Ryan Leslie. I don't really feel like that was as valuable an investment. I should have went with Option Snipers, or better yet, the community I really want, which is Red Panda Club, Master Investor Ian Dunlap. But I'll get to them eventually. Right now, I'm in the Option Snipers mentorship. That's lifetime. And they cut me a deal on that, so that's about 60% of the way paid off. But I'm in the Discord for this community, and one of the guys in there was talking about this. Look at this, y'all. Check this out. Look at where this was a couple days ago. We're talking less than a week ago. 5 days ago was 146. Now it's 317, and you take 317. You divide it by 2, that's like 158. So, hold on. So, all right. So if we look at this, 156 on the 19th, right? The day before that was a little bit lower, right? So, and then if you got 100 contracts, right? 100 contracts, call contracts. And you pushed it, you said, you're like, all right, I think it's going to go up to $3. Hell, I think it's going to go up to $2, right? And you say you got 100 contracts. Look, the delta's pretty high, so you want it to be below 80 based on my understanding, right? But look, the volume's good, the open interest is good, so a lot of people want it. Right now, the share price is 317. So let's say you're like, oh, it's going to go up to 40. Bam, look at this. Delta's under 80. Volume is a lot. Open interest is a significant amount, right? Don't worry about the chance of profit. That's not really the point right now, right? The point is, you buy a call option. If you had bought that call option, if you had been in the right community, listening to the right people, bought the call option, saying, I think it's going to go up to $2, not even $3, $2, you would have made so much money on this call option. You would have made so much money. You probably would have made like $500, $1,000 just on that one call option. And a lot of people, that's not a lot of money, but to a lot of people, they also need that money right now. So look, I'm going to do it one more time. It was 149 5 days ago. Now it's double that. So if you're not investing in the stock market, you are effing yourself. I'm learning every day. I'm committed to learning. I got family that depends on me. I depend on me. Right now, the future me depends on me. We're all interconnected, If you're listening, be smart. Don't be stupid. Robinhood is a free app. You're going to get fucked in the ass by your future self, the expenses that you have, and the people around you who want to take advantage of you if you're not in a position to care for your older self. I'm just keeping it 1,000%. You ain't got to like the delivery, but you can't deny the truth of what I'm saying. I look at the people around me who are 70-some years old, and they ain't making the money that they need to be making, so they're going to be working till the day they die. I look at some of my family members, through marriage, and most of them are working, and they ain't got a retirement plan in sight. I can't worry about them. I can't be like them. I got to be smarter than them. I got to make sure I got a plan in place to make sure that I can retire. One of my plans is to come up through the stock market, but that's not my only plan. That's just the primary one. So again, get in the right communities. Listen, the Discord I'm in is $10 a month. And that's how I came across this video. Listen, this video that I came across is why I bought this right here. 54 shares of quantum computing. Look, $73 return today, my G. $73 in free bank today. What I do today, I slept till 12. I took my son to the damn park. I took my wife to the store. Now I'm about to go back to a different store. About to pick up my $500 glasses. Listen, my G, If you're not invested in the stock market, you're fucking yourself. And I got this game off of Discord. It was a video inside the Discord. I went and I bought quantum computing. I'm up $73 that I didn't earn. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily put the money up. I just bought the right stock and the asset appreciated. Look. So you can see for yourself. It was $4.92 around a little bit after I woke up today. Bam, it shot up to $5.93. It shot up. Now it's no, it ain't 7 p.m. right? Is it? It's 5:10. I don't know what this is talking about. But listen. Right? $6.45 right now, right? $73 that I didn't work for. It went up $1 and change today, 28.15%. I'm going to say it one last time for those in the back. If you're not investing in the stock market, you're effing yourself. Big facts. You ain't got to like the delivery, but listen, I got money that I didn't work for. I got gain off a $10 investment. The cost per share is $6.36 right now. The average cost for me, look at it. Pay attention now. Pay attention. $5.01. So I got it. I got all these shares, 54, for less than the average price. And listen, fam. Listen, in case you wasn't paying attention, let's go back a month, right? Let's go back a month. Pre-election, right? October 30th, 126. November 11th. 22 days ago, it was still in the $1 and change. You could have bought it for $1 and something all the way up to like November 13th, 10 days ago. And you still would have easily tripled your money. So that's why I bought all these shares. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep buying. So again, if you're not invested in the stock market, you're screwing yourself. But that's your choice. You do what you want to do. I'm not, who am I to sit here and tell you, you ought to do it. You do what you want. That's on you. Just know that you got to live with the consequences of the decisions that you make. So I hope that you make decisions that are in your best interest. I really do. Because if you don't, like I said, you're going to have to live with whatever decision you made. And I gotta live with the decisions I made, to go to college. You know what I'm saying? For years. But I didn't know any better. That's the difference. You understand? That's the difference between you on this video and me back then. I didn't know any better. You understand? I didn't know about the value of investing in the stock market. I didn't know that you could sit on your butt and make hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars if you really understand the stock market in less than a half an hour or less than 2 hours in the stock market, Monday through Friday. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know the value of Instagram. But listen, once I jumped on Instagram, the things that I was naturally attracted to, you dig? I started following those things. You understand? I started following Earn Your Leisure, the Wall Street Trapper. I didn't get on there and start looking at Instagram baddies and all this kind of foolishness of people fighting and, who dancing, doing this dance. And I didn't start looking at all that kind of stuff. No, I went to the stuff that I was like, how can I elevate myself? Listen, people that don't even comment on my Facebook posts, they say things to me when they talk like, I noticed that you're always investing in self-improvement. I didn't even know these people were paying attention. This is not me trying to big up myself. I'm just trying to make the point that in life, you need to be focused on self-improvement. You understand? Because your future self will thank you for the decisions you made today. If you listen, I've been an insurance adjuster for 9 years. You understand me? For 9 years. I paid for most of the Puerto Rico trip that my wife and I randomly took this March. We were there for 6 days. I had a blast. I loved it. And we went with our baby. You understand? So we had to put a little bit out extra, put out more effort and energy, because that's what comes with raising a child. It's not just us anymore, it's us and our beloved child, you dig? But the thing is, I was able to do that trip sporadically, randomly, and still pay all the bills at home because of a choice I made 9 years ago. Listen, I've said this story before. I say it in my book. I failed my state license test. I I failed it. You understand? 4 times. Did I give up after the 4th time and say, oh man, I ain't never going past this. I ain't never going to be nothing. I might as well just give up and pivot. Listen, sometimes you do need to pivot in life, but sometimes you need to go back, tuck your head, and focus, rechannel your energy, and go back at it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I did. And I went from making 30-some thousand a year to 50-some thousand to 60-some, 70, 90,000. Now I'm doing 120-something this year. And again, that's on the bottom scale of what's possible in my industry. It's not really nothing to brag about. Yes, I'm making more than most black men in the United States, but those aren't the black men that I look to associate myself with. Now, if they're a man of good character and moral, then yeah, I'm gonna associate myself with you. But listen, what I'm saying is this: I'm looking to be around people that are gonna elevate me. That's why when I jumped on Instagram, I focused on the people that would teach me things I didn't know. Listen, by doing that, that's why I ended up going to California 4 years ago for my birthday. Met Carter Cofield in person, agreed to do a partnership in my book, right off the cuff. I just agreed to do it. You know what I'm saying? I was in the class, I had an idea, I shouted it out. He was like, 50%, I'll do a 50% split with you. This is a multi-millionaire, and I'm making a deal with a multi-millionaire. Listen, money is out there to be made. You know, I'm just a regular guy. I mean, he'll tell you the same thing. I'm just a regular guy. Well, okay, Carter, you're not just a regular guy, brother, but you know, appreciate you for everything you've done. You know, you're a massive inspiration, a massive help to a lot of people. So yes, you know, I went to California because of the people I was following on Instagram. Met Ellie Diop, another multi-millionaire. You know, met Carter Cofield, was in a 2-day mastermind, took a crap ton of notes. You understand? Got pictures with him, you know. I got a lot of game, you know, and I bought a lot of products, mostly from Carter, because Carter's a CPA, a certified public accountant, you know, and tax strategist. So, you know, I got more value out of buying stuff from, you know, him, things that could help me as a small business owner, because that's what I am, you understand? So, yeah, man, I hope all that makes sense. Listen, you gotta do things today that your future self will thank you for. If you're not doing things today that your future self will thank you for, you're screwing yourself. I know a lot of y'all probably checked out of this video already. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, you're like, oh God, you know, he going on and on, whatever. Listen, you can say what you like about me, but it don't change the facts. I put up proof of what I made. You understand? A couple months ago, I had a $19,000+ month. Never made nothing like that before in my life. Never had that. I remember when I was happy to make 10 grand in a month. I remember when I was proud to make 10 grand in a month. Now 10 grand in a month is like, okay, but I can do better. And now it's like, okay, maybe I could take 3 grand and invest it. You know what I mean? So listen, you got to do things today that your future self would thank you for. Like I said, I'm in the Wealth Plan by Ryan Leslie community for life. You know, I'm in the Option Snipers community, and that's 60% paid off. I'm in all 3 of them those 2 discords, and another discord. My brother, big coach Chris Sane. I'm in his discord. You know, much love for Chris Sane, right? Actually, Chris Sane is the reason why I made a couple $100 in the stock market this year. You know, I never made no profit in the stock market, but by listening to his videos, you know, taking a chance and making educated decisions, I made a couple $100 in the stock market, and my wife and my son got to enjoy the profits. You know, listen, I was home working. I gave them some money from my profits, and they went out to eat. A lot of y'all think, oh, I'm too good for the Cheesecake Factory. All right, well, you can be too good for it. But listen, my wife enjoyed her food. My son, my toddler, he enjoyed his food. And daddy got to stay home and bring in the money when they got to go out and have that soft life. You cannot provide a soft life for yourself or the people you care for if you're not making wise decisions, if you're not asking the right questions of the right people. You understand? I've always been attracted to the people who intellectually could elevate me. And going from intellectual elevation translates into economic elevation. You understand? Listen, I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out, right? I was watching the Anton Daniels channel a couple weeks ago. There was this woman named Ava. It's Ava on there, and she was going in. And I remember I shared this with my wife 2 days ago, and my wife was like, "Ooh, she was cooking." Like, that wasn't my wife's exact words, but you could tell by my wife's reaction. Like, that was what my wife perceived. You know, that was how my wife perceived it, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? The woman Ava, and this is not a shot at black women. Listen, we love our black women over here. I'm married to a black woman. My mom is a black woman. My sister's a black woman. My mother-in-law is a black woman. I love my black women. I got nothing against them. But listen, we gotta call certain things out. We gotta be accountable. We gotta be honest about it. And it's painful to be honest about the certain things because it forces us to acknowledge our shortcomings. It forces us to acknowledge where we messed up. But listen, it ain't till we admit where we messed up and maybe we cry about it, or we admit we're embarrassed, or our stomach flips, or we want to shrink back from the audience and disappear. You understand? It's not till we have those moments that we're truly honest with the person in the mirror that we can have the opportunity for change. We got to cleanse ourselves of the lies and the fallacies. We have to remove those things from our lives. And the only way to do it is to bare our soul to reality. Whether that means talking to somebody else or whether it means being honest with ourselves. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, right? I'm not as in great a shape as I used to be. I spent years holding my stomach in a little bit. Listen, I'm talking about when I'm not sleeping, when I'm not eating, when I'm not sitting down, to get rid of my waist, you dig? Yeah, I'm holding my stomach in because, and I've been doing it for so long, I do it without thinking. But I do it because I'm not proud of like my appearance per se. I want to have the appearance I used to have for so long, but I don't have the type of resources, specifically time, that I used to be able to work out. Been a parent for what, 15 years? I've been at 14, 15 years I've been a parent. Now I'm a parent to a baby. I'm a husband. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm a student. You know what I'm saying? So for these reasons, I don't have the time that I used to have to commit to, it used to be I could just go to college. I wasn't working. I was getting unemployment for a minute and I could just hit the gym. That I had time to do those kind of things, but things have changed. So, being honest with myself means, hey, I acknowledge that, hey, I got a little bit of stomach. I'm getting up there in age. I don't have the time. Like I'm getting a dad bod, and I need to be able to accept that. I need to be able to be honest with myself, and then maybe I can convert the energy that I put to holding my stomach into other things, more useful things that make more sense. But again, being honest with ourselves is the first step. We keep lying to ourselves and pretending that we are something we're not. Eventually, we're going to be at the end of our life like, man, what did I do? But back to this woman, Ava, right? Check it out. The woman, Ava, on YouTube, she was talking about the fact that, she said, black women, a lot of black women have been in poverty for so long that they don't even realize they're in poverty. They have made their bed, accepted, and gotten comfortable with the fact that they're in poverty. She said, and I can't live like that. You understand? And that's me. Like, not a black, well, I'm gonna say I'm not a black one. What I'm saying, I'm a black man. You dig? But what I'm saying is, like, I can't live like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been attracted to elevating myself, to try to do better. Always been attracted to that. I could never, I didn't bump you, right? All right, cool. Yeah. But yeah, I've always been like, how can I improve myself? How can I do better? That's my focus. That's my mindset. Like, how can I do better? And I think I came to pick up my glasses, but all right, so they still here. But yeah, all right. I came to pick up my glasses. I thought they were closed, but they just closed as soon. So that's why it's dark in there. But yeah, man. I mean, listen. I've always been somebody who's trying to improve on themselves, and hold that thought, y'all. Hold on. So listen, like I said, right? I made a profit in the stock market last couple weeks. But what I didn't tell you is that I took a bunch of L's too. I took a bunch of L's in the stock market. Why? Because, listen, people who don't understand like options trading, they think that this shit is straight gambling. It is gambling. It is gambling and guessing, unless you study the stock market first. If you don't, of course, like, think about it. How could it be anything but gambling and guessing? And like you're hoping that you're going to hit. Of course it's like you're in a casino. Of course it is. Unless you study the stock market first. Of course it's gambling and guessing. So don't be the idiot that's out there like, I'm going to gamble and guess my way to the finish line. Let me tell you what happens when you gamble and guess your way to the finish line. I made like $600-700 in the stock market in the last month, right? But I lost like $400. I know y'all seen real quick the glimpse of how much I got in there, right? Like $900 some, not a lot of money, right? To some people that's pennies, right? But What I didn't tell you is that I originally had like $1,800 in the stock market, $1,900 in the stock market a couple weeks ago. And I transferred out like $600 a few days ago because I wanted to get a mentorship by Chris Sane. But the man is so insanely good at his job and so insanely good at communication and so wildly popular that his calendar, his mentorship calendar is booked out until freaking March 2025. I know because I went to go reserve a spot like 2 days ago. And I'm like, oh snap, I might have to go ahead and upgrade to the $1,000 call, where you don't get 3 appointments, you just get one for a stack instead of 3 appointments for $600, which is incredibly well priced, by the way. But listen, I wanted to speak with him because I'm like, yo, this man knows the stuff. I done made money with him before I even really, like, this is before I even ever, I had joined his, if you go to his website, you'll understand the things I'm talking about, right? But I had joined the money team. You understand me? I had joined the money team for just a week, and I had made profit, right? Again, if you go to his website, you know, you'll understand all this stuff. But I had joined the money team, and I made profit based on, you know, his what he offered. You dig? And then also I joined a Discord, and like I said, you know, that brought me value as well, right? And just listening to the YouTube videos for free. Honestly, the YouTube videos, like I said before, that's how I made money. But I was guessing at a number of things. So I had like I don't even know, probably like 20 to 30% win ratio and like 70 to 80% lose ratio. That's not what you want. So originally when I had $1,900 in the stock market, before I took out $1,600, I actually lost like $400. So I ended up going down to like $1,400 some dollars. You know what I'm saying? So what's my point in saying all this, right? You gotta follow the people that will elevate you, because if they can elevate you intellectually, they can most likely elevate you economically as well. I'm approaching the no return zone. I'm in the danger zone. Listen, I'm not gonna tell them my business, but I got people depending on me. Like I said, you know, I got a 15-year-old, I got my baby, I got my wife, I got my future self, I got myself today. I got every day. I'm the only one carrying the load in my household, and I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? My wife hasn't worked in like 16, 17 months, but that means every decision I make gotta be the right choice. It's gotta be the right decision. And as a man, what nobody tells you is nobody cares what you feel. Nobody cares how hard life is. You are required to make the right choices. And that means that you got to follow the right people so that you can make the right choices. It doesn't matter if you had a hard life like I had. It don't matter if you were ever homeless like I was. It doesn't matter if, you know, you don't have enough time to eat because you stay grinding like I do. It don't matter if you tend to go to bed 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because, you know, you work and then you come home, you take care of your family, and then you don't go back to work until they go to sleep. It don't matter. Your job is to be a leader. That's the job of a straight hetero man. You know, we're not going to get into, you know, the type of males that the Jaguar company, you know, recently was had out front and center in their newest commercial and alienated a bunch of their drivers. We're not going to get into that. As a straight hetero man, I believe your job is to be a leader. I believe that long before I came across any of these YouTubers. I believe it because that's just who I am. That's why, like I said, I was drawn to certain people, you know, certain videos on YouTube, you know, and not YouTube, on Instagram. I started following these people. I started buying their products. I always wear the assets over liability hoodie because I absolutely believe that, you know. That's why I invested into Dion Coopwood's credit mentorship course. You understand? I said that was like $1,500 some dollars. Look, there's a reason I invested into these things, because I want to learn how to do better, how to know more, and how to be better, so I can truly be independent. You understand? There's a reason I pay, you know, Shalita Hunter. You understand? What is it? $197 a month to be a financial consultant. Why do I do it? Because I want to make better choices. Have I gotten value out of working with her? Absolutely. You know, she put me on the Citibank, which is, you know, my credit score was good enough so that I don't know what they needed it to be, like I guess a 680 minimum, right? Listen, I'm giving y'all game. If you're not picking it up, that's on you. But I'm dropping a bunch of game on you, so you better be taking notes, right? She gave me, she was like, look, she didn't tell me what my credit score had to be because honestly, I don't even know if she knew. You understand? And it's not like Citibank is like, oh, if your credit score is this, then you can have that. No, they don't do that, you know? They just were like, hey, apply. If you get approved, you get approved. But listen, it was helpful to me because by applying to Citibank and getting that credit card was a zero. It is a 0% interest credit card. So I transferred my high interest accumulating balance off of like 2 different cards onto this card. So now I'm not getting screwed by those companies that I had the high interest balance on, those credit cards that I had the high interest balance on. I'm not getting screwed by them anymore because I transferred the balance off of them. You know what I'm saying? It was my mistake to sign up for a high interest credit card. But again, when you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? I just gave y'all a free tip. If you got a 680 credit score, you got a credit card balance, what do? You apply to the city. I forget which card it is. I got to look it up at home, and then maybe I'll put it in the comment section on YouTube. But hold on. So listen, if you get that credit card and you transfer your credit card balance off onto this 0% interest credit card, you're saving yourself interest for 12 months. And 12 months should be enough time for you to pay off the balance that you have. So again, you know, by doing that, I'm saving myself money, you know, and it looks good on my credit report because, you know, it was reported to the credit bureaus, oh, he paid off these balances on these cards. No, what I really did was a credit card balance transfer, but they don't need to know that. They just need to know, hey, I'm not in debt on these cards anymore. I might have held the debt balance for 6 months, 8 months, whatever I held it for, but eventually I cleared it off. You know what I'm saying? How I did it, that's not important. You know, it's not sometimes it's more important to look like you got it together than to actually have it together. You can get it together later, but sometimes image is more important than the facts. Most of the time it isn't, but sometimes image is more important than the facts. So these are things, you know, that I've learned over time. Get that out the way. What else? Let me see. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You gotta be someone that's looking to always move yourself onward and upward. It's okay to make mistakes. Listen, I made a mistake. I went to college for years. It got me nowhere. I pursued law enforcement for years. They got me nowhere. I got a couple credit cards, you know, paid most of them off, went back into, you know, debt on a couple of them. But mostly I went into debt for investments. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to make mistakes, but listen, there's always, a lot of times there's a way to clean. As long as you don't get yourself too far deep in, there's usually a way to make it out of, you know, the mistakes that you made. And that's what I'm learning in life by just continuing to associate with the right people, ask the right questions, follow the right, you know, that's what I'm learning. You can get out of the mistakes that you make, but you got to be focused. And a lot of people are easily distracted. You know, they care about things that don't really matter that much. I can't be that person. I can't be the person that cares about things that don't matter, because while I'm distracted, somebody else is suffering. And most importantly, the clock is still ticking, not just on my life and on other people's lives. So listen, I hope y'all got value out of this. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm out. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.